Welcome to the History Vault. Today, we open the pages of one of the greatest dynasties in history, the Mughal Empire. From a small army led by Babur, to magnificent monuments like the Taj Mahal, and finally to its dramatic fall. This is the story of glory, power, and decline.
The story begins in 1526. Babur, a descendant of Genghis Khan and Timur, crossed the Khyber Pass into the Indian subcontinent. At the Battle of Panipat, with just a few thousand soldiers, he defeated Ibrahim Lodi and laid the foundation of an empire that would change the course. Babur's successors expanded the empire, but it was Akbar the Great who turned it into a powerful and diverse kingdom. His policies of tolerance, innovation in governance, and grand architecture made the Mughals one of the richest and most influential empires of their time. Under Shah Jahan, the empire reached its artistic peak, giving the world wonders like the Taj Mahal, a symbol of eternal love. After Shah Jahan, the throne was seized by his son Aurangzeb. Following a brutal war of succession among Shah Jahan's children, Aurangzeb ruled for nearly 50 years, the longest of any Mughal ruler. He expanded the empire to its greatest territorial extent, stretching from Kashmir in the north to the Deccan in the south. But Aurangzeb's strict policies, heavy taxation, and religious intolerance created discontent among his subjects. The once strong unity of the empire began to fracture. Rebellions broke out, and the empire's power started to decline. After Aurangzeb's death in 1707, the once mighty Mughal Empire began to crumble. His successors were weak, often controlled by court nobles and plagued by constant infighting, unlike their strong ancestors. These emperors lacked both vision and authority. Regional powers quickly sensed this weakness. The Marathas rose in the Deccan, expanding rapidly and challenging Mughal supremacy. In the north, the Sikhs gained strength under their warrior leaders, while Rajput kings asserted independence. Each of these groups chipped away at Mughal territory. Leaving the empire fractured. To make matters worse, foreign invaders dealt devastating blows. In 1739, Nader Shah of Persia invaded India, plundering Delhi and carrying away immense wealth, including the legendary Peacock Throne and Konuwa Diamond. Only a few years later, Ahmad Shah Abdoli launched repeated invasions from Afghanistan, further destabilizing northern India. By the mid-18th century, the empire was Mughal in name only. The emperor in Delhi was more a symbolic figure than a true ruler, with real power slipping away to ambitious regional kingdoms and foreign invaders. While the Mughal throne weakened, a new power quietly rose: the British East India Company. Initially, it was merely a trading company with small settlements along India's coasts. But as Mughal authority declined, the company seized the chance to interfere in local politics and expand its influence. The turning point came in 1757 at the Battle of Plassey, where British forces under Robert Clive defeated the Nawab of Bengal with the help of local allies. This victory was not just a battle won, but the beginning of British political dominance in India. Within decades, the company controlled vast regions, collecting taxes, building armies, and even minting coins in its own name. The Mughal emperors, once the richest rulers in the world, now depended on British permission even for their daily expenses. By the early 19th century, the company had taken over administration of almost the entire subcontinent, leaving the emperor in Delhi with little more than ceremonial power. Finally, in 1857, the Great Revolt shook India. Soldiers, nobles, and peasants rose against British rule, rallying under the Mughal banner. But the rebellion was crushed, and in its aftermath, Babur Shah's father, last Mughal emperor, was captured, tried, and exiled to Rangoon in Burma. With his departure, the Mughal dynasty that had ruled for more than 300 years came to a tragic end. Though the empire fell, the Mughals left behind a legacy that still defines South Asia. Their monuments, the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, Fortepa Sikri, Humayun's tomb remain marvels of architecture, admired by millions around the world. Their love for gardens and symmetry gave India its famous Mughal gardens. Culturally, the Mughal impact is just as profound. The fusion of Persian, Central Asian, and Indian traditions created new forms of music, painting, and literature. The Urdu language flourished in their courts, blending Persian poetry. Even today, the Mughal story fascinates historians, artists, and travelers. It is a story of ambition and conquest, but also of culture and beauty that outlasted the empire itself.
This was the History Vault. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to discover more untold stories of history.